What's up everyone, how's it going? And hopefully you're having yourself a wonderful day. For today's video, we are actually going to be reacting to the Endwalker launch trailer in English. But I will have also my live letter Japanese version in here as well. Because I did actually watch the Japanese version first. And this is actually the English version I have not yet watched until now, to be honest, because I was thinking about it. Is there a real reason for me to do so? But then I was like, you know what? Maybe it is good for me to do it because I can also give my thoughts on exactly what's going on. Now, initially, I wasn't wanting to do an analysis or my theories on this video. I was wanting to just basically have the Japanese reaction up. But then I was like, well, you know, maybe it won't hurt just to give like some of my thoughts. So here's my two reactions with the Japanese live letter version first, then my English version, and then after that I will be putting out my pretty much general thoughts on the delay and also where I think some of the story might go. And I'm gonna make it quick. I don't want this to be too long, but here we go. Let's go ahead and jump right into it. Okay, what is this? Like, interesting enough, I can actually watch these things without fearing spoilers. This song sounds pretty good. Okay, hold on. You know what? I mean, it probably doesn't have any real significance. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's good, but this song sounds so good. Dang, whatever this song is, it sounds so good. Ooh, this looks good. Oh, that was Anima. We're definitely gonna check out the English version of this right afterwards, but this trailer looks kind of interesting. It's like a almost like a benchmark trailer, but a little bit different. Kind of like a story trailer, but it's all in Japanese. I see they're presenting Heidelin in this. Oh my gosh, these dungeons look really cool. That looked almost like a trial. I wish I can understand what they're saying. Oh, they're showing the expansions. Ooh, I bet that's Zodiac right there, isn't it? Okay. That was pretty cool. I didn't understand what they were saying, of course, but it seemed like it was a pretty good trailer. I really need a key art with all of these people again. Kind of like how they did Shadowbringers. December 7th, 2021. Okay, what is this? So, wait. Did they? Don't tell me they delayed Endwalker, did they? They did delay it. Really? A lot of people say it's just 2 weeks, so fly by. Yeah, that's true, but at the same time, like, dang, man. I was so ready for it. And, you know, just when I was like, I just finished off Shadowbringers, I'm ready for it. Yeah, sure, go ahead and do what you need to do. Get it done and make it perfect. Because I'd rather have, like, a game that's actually really well. And like I said in the
venture forth unto the unknown, a fate beyond the horizon that cannot be divined, a future undefined and in flux.
Like I said in the original trailer, the music here sounds so freaking good.
Have a safe journey, and please be careful.
Okay, so she's actually wishing them goodbye here. I mean, it kind of makes sense on the initial part.
That which lives is destined to die. Love leads to loss. Every beginning has an end. Treasure every moment, every step of your descent. And there, in the depths where souls and stars rest, find your truth.
Oh, you know what? This is one thing I did not pick up on in the Japanese version. Our tale wins towards the final days. It's actually Emmett Silk that's talking here. I didn't even pick that up on the Japanese version.
But neither do they. Not out here in the wind and the cold.
Where hearts and souls align.
Will be your guide, test and proof of your conviction.
By their light forge ahead.
Seek joy.
So right here, I'm guessing that's actually Heidelin? Or that lady that's talking?
Bear the light for others to follow.
Okay. Yeah, that sounded like the Lady of Light that's potentially talking there.
Come. Let me relieve you of your burden. You've suffered enough.
I don't know who that could be. But it's so much more interesting.
The sky burns. The final days are
Hearing this in English. As a world trembles for its demise. Yeah, I was not gonna do the English version because I was like, oh, you know what? I'll watch.
And now dignity. 'Twas a grand, glorious.
I'll watch the Japanese version just because, you know, whatever it came on whenever it was coming on.
not a one.
But are we truly so powerless that our only choice is to flee?
We've come too far to back down now.
I think that was Thinker that was saying that. I'm really curious as to why.
Suffering and despair.
There's so much to this trailer I'm curious of.
To fulfill your duty as defender of this star.
Okay. Oh, worries of life. Oh yeah, this part, I love it. This part's so good. It gives me chills every time I watch it. To meet the end. Oh yeah, makes
There
sense.
must be a way to restore things to the way they were.
Wait, that sounds like
To reclaim the
Fandango.
perfect paradise we once had.
It will be ours again. A world
I don't know
free
who
of
that
sorrow.
is.
Let the curtains fall upon
That's Imik
this,
Selk again.
the final chapter in the tale of the star.
Wait. A lot of the stuff that Imik Selk is saying here in this trailer. Hold on. Let me. Oh, wait. There's still more. If I remember correctly. Yes.
To have you at my side, it means more to me than you know. Thank you. From the bottom of my heart. Given what lies ahead, I did not wish to leave for later that which I could do today. After all, tomorrow is never promised.
Okay. Alright. So there's a lot to take from this. And basically what I'm saying is like earlier, like I was talking about wanting to pretty much avoid the English version, considering the fact I always watch not always, I already have watched the Japanese version. And I was like, you know what, maybe it's good to still go in fresh. But watching this in the English version, it really makes me think about a few things based off of what they're saying here. I'm just really curious as to what are they trying to do here? Because it really felt like in Shadowbringers, it was kind of setting up the whole idea of us potentially taking on Hydaelyn and Zodiark. I don't know. That's just something that I kind of picked up on. You can pretty much watch my YouTube videos to see my thoughts going through the story, finding out about Hydaelyn and Zodiark being primals. Now, as far as like everyone saying like, oh, we're definitely going to lose a Scion. We're definitely going to lose a Scion. I really, in my opinion, I really don't want to lose a Scion. I really don't. Killing off characters, especially towards the end of a story arc, has never really fit well with me, unless there's a real reason for it. And I know a lot of people are throwing in like, oh, this is supposed to be referencing Final Fantasy IV, where the twins died, or when plenty of people have died. But really, when you think about it, Final Fantasy IV had lots of fake outs. So I definitely think that this might end up having references to Final Fantasy IV and maybe some fake outs, but I really don't want any of the Scions to die. I mean, I don't know if this is necessarily going to be a thing that happens, but I will love for whenever the new saga happens, we have like a time skip or a time jump or something. Maybe have like a few years in the future, like 5 or so. I would like to see more of these characters in the future. I want to see what stories we can have and how they can grow and evolve as individuals as this game continues. And I definitely think that we can do something like that. But those are just my thoughts. In terms of the delay, I'm actually fine with it. It actually gives me time to do other things in the meantime. I mean, yes, it does suck. But at the same time, it's like, I'd rather for them to make the game as best as they can, as perfect as they can. And of course, everyone is going to have that one moment where it's the first time for them. Like Yoshi P, he's never delayed anything officially like this, but there's a first time to everything, and I think it's fine. You know, a lot of people usually look at delays as a bad thing sometimes, but for me, it's like, well, they still have some things they need to work on, and that's cool with me. Yeah, of course, for those who had to work, sorry. I mean, I totally get that. I'm on that same boat, but at the same time, I was like, I haven't even scheduled my time off for it yet, to be honest. But I'm fine with having to wait just a tad bit more longer for this thing. So yeah, let's go ahead and wait until December 3rd, and I shall see you all out there. What's up, everyone? Editing Anthony here from the future, of course you could say. I want to throw this in at the end of the video because last night after the stream I forgot to add a couple more details considering the fact that I was thinking about creating a Discord. Here you go. I put it on screen for right here for you to look at. But I also will have links in the description for you to go ahead and join our Discord because why not have a community Discord for everybody to join and we can stay up to date on everything. Maybe even you can give me topics, but also Endwalker's coming out soon. And many of you have said to me that you want to pretty much create a party on pretty much leveling up Reaper or Sage or any other job that you guys want to do for the MSQ. So go ahead and check this out, and I can't wait to see you all there. Have a good one now, and let's return back to the video. Anyways, with that being said, I think that's enough for all I got to say about this trailer. I mean, I don't have a whole lot that I could say. I'm not necessarily a huge person when it comes to analyzing trailers and all that, especially like launch trailers. Usually launch trailers I try to stay away from, but in this regard, I decided to actually check it out. And I'm kind of glad that I checked out the English version, to be honest, because I got to get some context of what's going on. But with that being said, hopefully you all enjoyed both my Japanese and English version of this trailer reaction. And with that being said, I shall see you all in the next one. Stay optimistic, keep it real, and peace out now.